Spaced repetition and active recall sound complex and boring, but what if I told you that one study showed you can raise test scores 20% by just doing these study methods? Harvard students have mastered this psychological skill, and so should you. So, what are these powerful techniques, and how can you use them to improve your studies? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about active recall. Imagine you're reading a chapter in a textbook. Most people just passively read, highlighting as they go. But with active recall, you're forcing your brain to actively retrieve information. Instead of rereading, try to remember the main points without looking at the book. Then check your answers. This process of retrieving information strengthens your memory. There are many ways to use active recall. One popular method is self-testing. After studying a topic, create your own questions and try to answer them. Flashcards are another great tool. Write a question on one side and the answer on the other. Quiz yourself regularly, focusing on the cards you struggle with. The Feynman technique is a more advanced form of active recall. Choose a concept you want to learn and then try to explain it in simple terms, as if you were teaching it to someone else. When you struggle, go back to the source material and fill in the gaps. This process reveals what you truly understand and what you need to work on. Now let's move on to spaced repetition. This technique involves reviewing information at increasing intervals. The idea is that you don't cram everything in right before an exam. Instead, you revisit the material regularly, spacing out your study sessions over time. This helps to move information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't just water it once, you water it regularly over time to help it grow. There are several ways to implement spaced repetition. You can use physical flashcards and review them at increasing intervals. Or you can use digital tools like Anki or RemNote, which automatically schedule your reviews based on your performance. These apps use algorithms to determine when you need to review a particular piece of information, ensuring that you're always challenged but not overwhelmed. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick with it. Next up is interleaving. This technique involves mixing up different subjects or topics during your study sessions. Instead of studying one subject for hours on end blocked practice, you switch between different subjects or topics. For example, instead of spending 3 hours studying just history, you might spend an hour on history, an hour on math, and an hour on science. This forces your brain to work harder to retrieve information, which strengthens your understanding and improves your problem-solving skills. Interleaving can be particularly effective when you're learning related concepts. By mixing them up, you're forced to compare and contrast them, which helps you to understand the nuances and differences between them. This can lead to a deeper and more meaningful understanding of the material. For example, if you're learning about different psychological principles, try interleaving them. Study a bit about cognitive dissonance, then switch to operant conditioning and then back to cognitive dissonance. This will help you to see the connections and differences between the two concepts. Finally, let's explore concept mapping. This is a visual technique for organizing and representing knowledge. It involves creating a diagram that shows the relationships between different concepts. Start with a central idea or topic and then branch out to related concepts. Use lines and arrows to show how the concepts are connected. Concept mapping can be a powerful tool for understanding complex topics and for seeing the big picture. It helps you to organize your thoughts and to identify the key relationships between different ideas. To create a concept map, start by writing the main topic in the center of a page. Then brainstorm related concepts and write them around the main topic. Draw lines connecting the concepts that are related. Use different colors or symbols to represent different types of relationships. Concept mapping can be done on paper or using digital tools like MindMeister or Kaggle. The key is to create a map that is meaningful and useful to you. Remember, the goal is to improve your understanding and retention of the material. These study techniques, active recall, spaced repetition, interleaving, and concept mapping, are not quick fixes. They require effort, discipline, and a willingness to experiment. But the rewards are well worth it. By incorporating these techniques into your study routine, you can improve your understanding, enhance your memory, and achieve academic success. One of the biggest challenges students face is procrastination. It's easy to put off studying, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed or unmotivated. To overcome procrastination, it's important to break down your tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Set realistic goals for yourself and reward yourself when you achieve them. Create a study schedule and stick to it. Find a study environment that is free from distractions. And most importantly, remember why you're studying in the first place. Focus on your goals and the rewards that come with achieving them. It's worth noting that research on the effectiveness of various study techniques is ongoing. While studies suggest that active recall and spaced repetition are highly effective, the optimal implementation may vary depending on the individual and the subject matter. More research is needed to understand how these techniques can be best adapted to different learning styles and contexts. Additionally, the role of motivation and self-efficacy in the success of these techniques warrants further investigation. So if you're serious about improving your study habits and achieving academic success, give these techniques a try. Experiment with different approaches and find what works best for you. And remember, the key to success is consistency and perseverance. There are still unresolved questions regarding the exact mechanisms by which these techniques enhance learning and memory. Future research could explore the neural correlates of active recall, spaced repetition, interleaving, and concept mapping to gain a deeper understanding of their cognitive benefits. Also, this video did not cover advanced memorization techniques like the method of loci. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to keep watching such amazing videos.